Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Today is the 26th of April, and for the first Monday after many Mondays, we found that it's not a Black Monday. But lately, the skew of options pricing is such that we're pricing in a heavy down move. The market's bias in terms of pure pricing of options is pricing in a heavy down move. And the fact that that down move is not coming in makes it kind of tricky because it's difficult to achieve balance in your trade. I get a lot of questions from people in terms of what is your trading style in this, that, and whatnot. Those who have followed me for a while know that most of the time, especially if my sizing is larger, I'm here to capture the in between moves. I'm not particularly concerned about catching a 100-point move in either direction, and my directional bias is very low. I'm here just to take what is in between and what is available for up for grabs during that day, and I'm in fact very skeptical about carrying overnight positions as well. So in that kind of a situation, to find balance in your position is difficult because puts a pricing in a big down move, which isn't coming. But whenever we have a downslide, we have pretty large expansion on the put side. And calls are almost underpriced to an extent where the slightest of up move can blow up a call. Calls are doubling with almost no big difference in spot, but it's difficult to get a balanced trade out of it. Today, my trade went all right. Overall, I started off in the negative with big call side expansions, pulled it back towards the afternoon, and towards the close as well. The day should have been all right to manage, but I exit almost 1 hour before market close because I'm just not in the best state of mind to be trading. So I found that I'm just getting frustrated, annoyed, I was getting irritated, and in such a situation, the best thing to do is not trade. So I took my trade off. I booked a profit, which after charges should be slightly under 0.5% on the capital used, and basically ended up just closing. Mondays in general are not the days where you are going to get some kind of amazing decay on strangles. So all that being said and done, I hope you had a good trading day. If you were doing non-directional trading, today should have been more or less quite a nice day, and I will catch you tomorrow. Thank you so much.
Want to meet like minded traders and discuss option strategies, adjustments, and more? Just type in Discuss Nifty in your Telegram search box and join the friendly trader community.
Okay, so I realized 1.5 hour into the market that my voice was actually not getting recorded because my microphone was not selected as intended. Basically, summary for the day is entered the position quite early, led to massive expansion on the calls, and at different points moved up the puts to deal with the fact that there was big IV expansion on the calls getting covered. The puts weren't exactly compensating, so I decided to put a stop loss of more or less about 10 points on mark to market basis. So currently, from where we are, it seems to be all right. There has been quite a bit of deflation in the IV. So that's been the day, more or less so far. The idea is that Reliance showed a lot of strength. There was some news about having a new project with BP in the oil and gas department, and that seems to have led to some big short covering on Reliance, so almost 50 points from Friday's close. Bank Nifty and IT both gapped up, but more or less are sideways since the gap up. So the idea now is we're holding a 600-point range and will not be doing many adjustments to this. More or less, today's idea is if the move is on the upside, then we get out with a stop loss. If the move is on the downside, then we will risk off on the put side as and when necessary, but we need a test of the day's open and the day's low to do that. So yeah, that's more or less the summary. The other thing is obviously the up move on Reliance benefited the cash secured strangle, but did not want to hold on to the position beyond what up move we saw on Reliance. It gave us a decent profit on the margin used, about less than 2% slightly, and yeah, use that as good enough exit criteria. Right now, we will continue to hold the 600-point strangle. There has been this is high IV in both the puts and the calls because puts have not gone down despite the up move, and calls have gone up considerably. And this is a pretty good range from where we are right now. Okay, 12 o'clock update. We've just been holding range more or less around 14,500, and some of the IV spiking on the call side has come down. And yeah, no update to the trade as such, just holding range, so holding position as well. the rate at which IV is spiking on the calls because of how underpriced calls are is ridiculous. The skew currently is heavily bearish, so there's rather the wording should be there's a lot of fear on the downside. You're seeing OTM puts be worth insanely high prices, whereas calls are not worth anything. So calls are moving on a point-to-point basis. There is a little up move. All calls, no matter how out the money, are gaining, whereas the same is not true for puts because puts are already pricing in the fear. So that being the case, being equidistant from a spot is of a better strategy right now than trying to take into consideration market positioning, because market positioning has been negative for the past entire week and there really hasn't been that much negativity to actually play out in the market. Okay, the time is 1:10 and yeah, first time after a while seeing green mark to market glimpses here and there, more or less come back to break even. Yeah, so the idea is continue to hold at the same spread. We've continued to remain range bound. We start making a down move, we'll have to risk off on the put side by moving lower to 14,150 and 14,100. And meanwhile, spread remains equidistant from both the strikes, so it's pretty conducive place. So yeah, the real fear is more on the upside than the downside because puts are overpriced with fear and calls are almost to say underpriced at every strike. So invariably an up move is leading to call side expansion. Even the slightest of up move is leading to call side expansion. The heavy amount of put writing on the Nifty at 14,500 at this point, that's also a double-edged sword. It might signify strength. It might also signify that if that starts to get unwound, it would be quite rapid. So yeah, the idea is test towards 14,450 or lower. We'll be risking off part of the puts. Test towards 14,550. We'll have to, which should be more or less all right. But above 550, we'll have to risk off on the call side as well. Keep you posted. We've got 2.5 hours to go and took all day, but it now have come to some sort of break even. Okay, so continue to make some kind of a down move. Not particularly convincing as a down move from 14,500. It's crashing the calls, but not particularly expanding the puts. I will wait the risk off until we make a clear test of 14,450 and then either spend 10 minutes below that level or have some kind of a runaway cascade. Why am I not moving down my calls? The reason I'm not moving down my calls is these calls are, in my opinion, not pricing in the up move risk. And invariably, what is happening is you see a down move and immediate up move with massive expansions on calls. From a distance perspective on strikes, put is 365 points away, call is 435. The premium skew is very much with keeping in mind fear on the downside, and we have to also understand we sold also the put at quite a massive price. So from what our average is, it's up only about 6 points. And at this point, I will not be doing any adjustment. To a lot of people who saw previous videos where they assume the first thing that I'm doing is balancing premiums, absolutely not. You have to understand the premiums themselves have bias. Then you cannot communicate the sideways view just by having, if you match premiums in this market, you will have a bearish view and not a sideways view because puts are pricing in that downside move. So it's about 130 and for now, more or less range bound. There is good strength at lower levels, even though we're seeing a slight dip. The idea is that it should not be a runaway cascade. Okay, I need to protect some of the mark to market. And basically what I've done is moved 30% of the calls to 14,750, taking credit of 27, even though the adjustment criteria of 14,450 hasn't been met. It's moving it partly just preemptively. In case there is an up move from here, there will be a fall off. A considerable fall off. Let's say these go to 50, then these won't go over 29.5. So it will benefit in case there is a reversal from this slow down sort of trend that we're seeing. But the idea is there's not too much strength in Bank Nifty or Reliance, and IT is crashing, absolutely crashing, trading at the day's low, and it's been weak all day after the gap up. So to sort of deal with that, yeah. So you see now these are coming down in price once there's like slight up move, but these are not gaining as, not gaining as much. So that's the idea. We'll keep you posted. We've still got another hour and 40 minutes to go. We'll keep you posted. Okay, 2 o'clock update. Yeah, because obviously protecting the down move, we moved down our calls, which on the reversal benefited us overall, but started burning these calls now. Now, the best way to ensure that we once again are protected against some kind of big green candles, which will lead to further short covering, might expand this to 40 plus, totally possible on a 20-30 point move. And to balance that, have taken in 30% of the puts and move them to 14,250. So now this can be looked at as two separate strangles. One is which is 600 points and one which is 500 points. So yeah, this gives a little more balance, because what happens is, while we did benefit from the up move, even though we protected the downside, now this protection will start to bleed in case there's a continued up move, which I'm not particularly expecting. But at the same time, market is showing that it's not particularly very weak. So that's why I've taken on more credit, you can say, with about 30% of the position, making it smaller. We'll keep you posted. Right now, currently roughly about up 6 points plus, and the idea will be in any situation to take home 4 points, to say the very least. Okay, the time is 2:30. We start seeing a down move, and I wanted to just take off all the risk from the position in general. I was trailing my stop loss, and from the mark to market that I lost about 2 points on that sizing. And to risk off, have cleared all the 14,200 and 14,750 strikes and moved them all to 14,000 and 14,800. Now this spread is currently trading for something like 42, 43. If the spread expands to 45, then I'll just be exiting out of the entire position. Else will be holding till market close. So seems fair enough spread and evenly balanced. So we'll keep you posted. Okay, plan is to just cut out, because pricing is just all over, and I don't see there being much of a fall off in premiums by close. So there's no point in staying in the trade anymore. Hopefully not too much slippage in the exit process. One of the main reasons I am exiting is I have already taken one stop loss for the day, and I don't really want to have too much left on the table. Still a profitable day, but you can consider this as just getting out of the way. Monday in general is not a great day for DK. Today was quite range bound, but the behavior of call options in general has been very iffy. Okay, that's more or less the end of the day. I am exiting very early today because I don't know, I'm feeling slightly frustrated and I don't want to keep pushing it. So get out in the green, and that's fine. Mildly in the green after charges and whatnot. But yeah, probably could have done a much better job today given the day that it was. But the idea the entire day was to be risk off and protect capital. The market is in a very odd kind of skew where the market is pricing in big down moves, but those down moves are not coming in, and instead we're seeing glimpses of those down moves wherein we see put options react to that, and call options completely have no value. And yeah, every time it dips, the dip is getting bought, and call side IV is going through the roof. So it's one of those days where you just take a back seat and say, why do you have to trade this day? You can trade any day. The day itself looks perfectly all right, but from the behavior of what has been happening with OTM options, it's been a little bit on the frustrating side. So that being said, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great evening.
Thank you for watching. Please post any questions you have in the comment section. Also, do not forget to like and share the video and subscribe to the channel. To find us on Twitter, Telegram and Facebook, use the username NiftyBN. Also, we post some of our trades to the community tab. So do not forget to check that from time to time.